public notice. The system is corrupt, and the FBI are a part of that. As this is FBI Director Kash Patel, and you see him taking oath of office. Now, here are the major duties of that office, as you see, and it says public corruption and civil rights. Investigating public corruption at all levels of government and protecting civil rights, including hate crimes and color of law violations. With that being said, Kash Patel is petitioned, as you see right here. What to say the duties are: investigate civil rights, investigating white collar crimes, kidnapping, we know they do that, and color of law violations is what they do right there, of which they failed to do. As what were we talking about? The major duties of the FBI: investigating public corruption at all levels of government and protecting civil rights. Now, the motive for corruption is always money and power. They owe me $13 billion for the United States Supreme Court imposing slavery. Yeah, slavery. And then you got color of law violations, Title 42, where the federal judge denies the guaranteed First Amendment. And that's how they conceal that from the public. Now, with the Kash Patel corrupt, then we enter deputy directors Andrew Bailey, whom you see right there, and then we have Christopher Wray, and these are the co-deputies, and they also were petitioned, as you see right here, to remove their boss from office. Why? Because of accountability. No one is above the law. And Kash Patel broke the law. Breach oath of office, which requires termination of tenure of office. He has to go right now. And nobody feeling sorry for Kash Patel refusing to discharge the duties of his office, as what we said was public corruption, color of law, civil rights, all of which he's been petitioned to do. And then, as you see right there, we give him a chance to exonerate himself, of which he failed to do. And with that being said, it's time for all of them to go. Breach oath of office, and never forget, disperse $13.3 billion to me, petitioner of the Constitution, checks and balances, violating color of law. That's where federal judge Matthew Brookman denies the First Amendment. Why? To conceal government corruption in his branch of government. So now, with that being said, you got the duties protecting United States citizens, combating public corruption. And you ain't been doing your duty, discharge your duty, all of them has to go. So, adios, amigo. And checks and balances is an official order. An official order mandating they be checked for corruption. So you see why they can conceal this from the public. Yes. The system is rigged, so they're not held accountable. So when, as like their president, corruption is a trickle-down theory. So like their president, they're going by a rule of power and not the rule of law. And they have to go by the rule of law, the Constitution, the supreme law of the land. And never forget, disperse $13.3 billion to me. Hello. And I'll be the richest black man in America. And I'm upholding the rule of law because they're trying to get away with it. That's what the Constitution checks and balances do. prevent them from getting away with it. What do the Constitution checks and balances do? Hold them to the rule of law. And that is why I am empowered to do this. Empower to the people. Power to the citizens. We have to go by the Constitution and not a rule of power. We have no kings.